Hey, good morning. I just wanted to talk to you about a clubhouse room I was in last night, and it was awesome. But I wanted to share for all my white friends things that might be helpful if you're a little unsure about how to speak to some of the issues that are in society right now. Because I was completely honest with you, I was shocked to hear some things. But then I was also shocked to hear that I also needed to be corrected. And that's the point I want to make. When we're talking about issues of racism, which stem from a deeply installed system of white supremacy that you can measure in many parts of our society, when we're discussing this, it's so important to understand the voice you have, if you're white, is not the voice of the oppressed. No matter who our friends have been, no matter what's happened in our neighborhood. And so to always carry an air of empathy and understanding, because no matter what I say, no matter where I've been, what I've seen, who I know, I've never been black. And I've never been black in America. And until you have, you can't compare. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I make other mistakes. This is just a mistake I've not made in a while. Somebody was gracious enough, I'm sure, or I learned not to make a comparison, because when you compare yourself to somebody else's situation, you're almost always putting them in a space where you're saying, well, shouldn't you just be like me? Because when I had that problem, I did this and I'm fine, so shouldn't you be fine? But that's not fair. You can't really think about systematic oppression like that. For that reason, it's really not helpful to bring up a comparison. A comparison of your friends or even your family's lineage. There was someone in the room who brought up another experience that had to do with ethnic cleansing. And I'm not saying that that's right. That's completely wrong. Genocide is completely immoral. No matter what your faith system is, if you support that, I can't support you. But I don't have any responsibility over many of the other countries that are discussed. What I do have responsibility for is Los Angeles, California, where I'm a citizen and I pay taxes. If I keep paying taxes to these police, I need to take responsibility for how they're treating people. And that's much more close to home, close to my heart, than somebody having an issue with reparations because, let's say, their family's from a country where they were also persecuted. I just can't get too much into that because I'm not from that country. And when I was told to pledge allegiance to the United States flag every day, to the American flag, I was led to believe it meant something, that it meant we're in this together, that it meant we're united by these values. But the longer I lived, the more I realized that was always a system of control, and that the only real uniting between values is those that protect their interests, which are specifically designed by our Constitution to protect the interests of the Founding Fathers and the systems that led to their wealth generation, and also that could sustain their wealth generation. What I'm saying here is really not that far out. If it sounds far out to you, please just Google Central Park. Pardon the chopper. It's the 12, I guarantee you. Google Central Park. Google Manhattan Beach, black owned. Google Tulsa, Wall Street. These are all areas that have been, it's not subtle, it's not slight. I think that's the big myth. It's like, oh yeah, maybe something slight has happened over time. No. In many of these cities, there were major violent events, like in Tulsa. In others, there was a willful removal of ownership of land. We're talking about land, privately owned land, that the government literally dispossessed from black-owned families, in all three of these places at least. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my knowledge, a little bit of what I know, and if you're listening to this and you have feedback for me, please let me know in the comments. I may not reply to every single comment, but if you have feedback, I will read it. I read every comment, I promise you that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I know I'm a little grunge today, but I do wish you the absolute best, and I hope that you find a place for yourself to fully expand and to breathe and to just let go and to be able to come back to your center. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.